Plaintiff Sherelle Redmond says the defendant is her nephew and his mother is her sister. Sherelle claims when the defendant was 11 years old, his mother lost custody of him due to her drug addiction. Sherelle claims the defendant's mother recently died as a result of her crack use. And Sherelle's suing her nephew today for an unpaid loan. Defendant Chris Spear says he always looked up to Sherelle, but he felt abandoned by her when he was a kid because she had a good life in Colorado while he was left to grow up in a drug and gang-infested neighborhood. Chris claims Sherelle recently cut him off, so he had no way of repaying her.
Start with you.
Chris is my nephew. His mother is my sister. And when I was 10 and she was 3, our mother died. And we were separated because we had separate fathers. So I went to live in Ohio and they stayed in Colorado where we were raised. And fortunately, they didn't get the best upbringing without structure. And my sister had Chris, I think when she was 16. And unfortunately, in all those due times, she became addicted to crack and she was a very abusive mother. And Chris was adopted out.
What age?
I think he was about 11.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay.
He may have been older.
How long was she addicted to crack?
I was active duty military. I got stationed at Lowry in '93. So
you was on crack too?
No.
Oh.
I was in the military and I was stationed at Lowry.
I was asking how long was she on crack and you went to talking about yourself.
Oh yeah, because I think that's when I saw her the first time when I think she was already addicted.
Got it, okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm sorry.
So how long you think she was on crack?
20 years.
Wow, yeah. What are the lasting consequences that you know of?
She's dead.
Oh.
She died about a month and a half ago.
Oh, wow. God bless you all. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Sir, you want to give me some background?
Yes, Your Honor. I was adopted when I was in 6th grade by my 6th grade teacher. I was 11 years old because my mother was addicted to crack cocaine. And my Aunt Sherelle was a person who, came and took care of me as a child when she had time, during her time off to the military. She took me out of these vulnerable situations that I was in and, kind of took my mind off of, the drugs, violence, gangs, and everything that was happening in the neighborhoods we were growing up. But I felt that as if she also abandoned me by the way that, she was able to leave our lifestyle and go back to her lifestyle.
How old were you?
I was 12 years old.
What do you mean by go back to her lifestyle?
Well, she had mentioned that we came from two different parts of our family. There's family in Colorado and family in Ohio, but now she stays in Atlanta. I feel like it was easy for her to have an escape to go back to what she was used to, a better lifestyle. While we were stuck in the hood and.
You felt she had an obligation to you?
Yeah, well, I did as a child. I did because this is a person who I felt.
Did you have a grandparent?
My grandfather raised me. He's deceased now, but he was the one who raised me and my brothers as we were kids.
Okay, that's usually the next level of responsibility.
Right.
Is a grandparent.
Yes, sir.
So she was probably going according to societal customs and practices regarding responsibility. She didn't abandon you. Your mother abandoned you.
Correct.
You said she helped raise you.
I felt as if she did abandon, just the way that she was there, but then she wasn't there.
And I'm explaining to you that she had no real commitment that she had to live up to.
Right.
It was your parents and your grandparents. So the right person raised you. Your grandparents stepped in as they should when a grandchild has been neglected or abused. The aunt steps in from time to help and to give a little direction and a little support. And that's it. Everybody did everything, right? You're fine, right? You've been incarcerated?
I have been incarcerated, but I'm not.
How long?
The longest was for a month.
How many times?
4 times.
What about your education level? Where are you at with that?
College.
Okay, so sounds like everything went all right with you.
I guess you could say so.
Yeah, sounds like you're doing fine to me. You work?
Currently, I'm back home visiting, but I'm going to be working. I worked in the medical field for 10 years.
All right, so you've held down a job. I think you've done a lot better than many, or you've done as well, if not better, than most children who go through what you went through. So congratulations, you did well. Your granddad raised you in a good household, even though it might not have had the same structure. So he did his part and she did her part. She was inspirational, I'm sure, a role model for you. You said that's how you live decently. What profession you in?
I am an emergency room registered nurse in trauma.
Okay, yeah, and you say you worked in health for a minute.
Yeah, I hired nurses that work in hospitals.
Yeah, okay. See, there you go. She was an inspiration because you went into the same field.
I sent him contacts with nurses who wanted to travel.
Ah, she abandoned you. And you're gonna come in here talking about somebody abandoning you. You need to stop it. Go ahead, ma'am. I'm sorry. Tell me about the loans.
In 2012, I found him again on Facebook. We reconnected, and that same year, my husband threw me my 50th birthday party in Las Vegas, and I invited him. It went well. He was introduced to family members like nephews of mine that are his cousins that he never met that are his age. So everything went well because I don't think he really met family that really cared about him as we did. So that went well, and in January of 2015, he called me and told me he was about to be evicted from his apartment and that he needed to help with his rent. So I said, well, okay, how much do you need? And he said it was somewhere around $1,900. And I said, well, okay, give me the name of your landlord. That way I can pay your landlord that way.
There you go.
Because I don't give money because I got in trouble for that before. Mm-hmm. So I called the landlord. It was a leasing company. And I got in touch with him. I paid the rent. It was $1,953 and so much.
Directly to them?
Directly to them.
He was to repay them?
Yes, he was going to repay me. We agreed 6 months, which would have been May of that year. And when that came around, crickets.
Okay. Never saw him, Casper, huh?
Yes.
So one thing we've learned, and I've known that for a while, when folks come to you for thousands of dollars and they say it's for a bill, write it to the bill collector. Yes. Kids come to me for college, Uncle Greg, or, I'm everybody's uncle now. I don't care. If 55, I'm your uncle. Unc, you automatically, they putting a little responsibility on you. Yeah. So y'all should know, anybody come to you with Unc, you're responsible for that. Hey, Unc. So I've been Unc since I've been on television to a host of new nieces and nephews around the country. But nonetheless, when they come to you for bills, pay that bill collector. I had someone recently come to me for thousands, and they said they had it was due. I don't even want to get too specific, but they came to me for thousands that they had to pay an institution.
All right.
I said, okay, let me know what it is. I'll write it directly to them, because it was pretty important. But I'd heard some other things about the person at any rate. So I pay? Well, no, they'll only take it from me.
I like this guy.
I say, so what if
That's good.
I took cash up to the front desk? Would they take it? Never heard back from him after that. After that text, to say if I walk up with cash in hand, I'm paying such and such bill with cash. No. He's the only one that can come in here. And sir, what do you say to the loans?
She did lend me the money. She was there to help me, but I also feel that, it shouldn't have been an instance where if I don't pay you back, I'm going to do away with you. I don't ever want to talk to you again type situation. And that's really kind of what happened. It's, well, how can I pay somebody back who's doing away with me or doesn't want to talk to me?
Put it in the mail. That's how. You don't have to talk. Let the check do the talking. Judgment for the plaintiff. He has no legal defense. I suppose it also has a lot to do with your challenges in paying, but I think he's going to pay you, ma'am. He sounds like a good guy, and I think he's going to make sure he pays $1,953. Good luck to you both.
I love you, Chris.
I love you too.
I've only wanted the best for you. You know that.
I love you too.
From day one.
I love you too.